I wouldn't say that Arbaaz and me are best of friends or something like that.
Your opinion about couples remaining friends after divorce?
That's a tricky one because
exactly.
I think some manage to strike that balance, some never. I think it's more when you have a child involved. I think it's always essential to continue having some sort of a cordial relationship.
There'll always be that bond.
That'll always be that bond. So I think more when when there are children involved, then you kind of still maintain that.
But you've done it, I think, beautifully. In fact, maintained such amazing relationships with the family, and I know it personally.
And I think that comes from a certain sense of upbringing from where, since I've, where I've grown up, and I think my mother's always instilled that in me that, you can't just, you can't just snip ties off, or you can't just, suddenly behave aloof. And I tell that to my kid as well. So yes, I wouldn't say that Arbaaz and me are best of friends or something like that, but I think we are cordial. We have a very healthy relationship, and and of course our child is our most important factor in our life.
So having children does help.
Of course, and it's important. It's essential to have that, because I think then it just gets ugly unnecessarily.
Now, my next question obviously is, how difficult is it, Malaika, to find, love again or to date again after a long marriage?
Because I think every woman would feel a little intimidated about jumping back into that dating pool again. But having said that, it's not impossible. And I think every woman should jump back into it with equal, gusto. But,
and confidence.
Absolutely. I think you just need a little time to kind of, back away from everything, get a perspective of what's in store, and go out there, date again.
Get onto Tinder, get onto whatever, get onto all the apps. Keep going at it.
Swipe any left, right, whatever it may be. Have fun, enjoy it. I think for the first time in your life, you'll also kind of discover a sense of freedom.
Yeah. So meeting new people is...
I think even for the first time to actually, to be in a bed all alone, is also a new thing,
Well, of course.
I think it's quite refreshing not to have somebody, share your bed or your space, so enjoy that.
So what message do you have for all the young girls out there who think that, who are actually constantly waiting for someone to come into their life, if they're single or divorced?
Firstly, stop waiting. I think that's the most important thing that you need to do, because I think these are things that happen organically. They happen with a certain, they happen in time. The more you try to, worry and bog yourself down with it, the more difficult it's going to get. So I just think that there's a time and place for everything in life. So, which means if you're meant to find that love and you're meant to find that partner, so be it. But having said that, it's fine if you don't find that person in your life, that so-called Mr. Right or Miss Right in your life. It's fine.
So I hope Malaika Arora has been, I can say it, and vouch for it, that she's actually never really spoken. It's been an emotional journey, but you have really set a lot of goals for a lot of women out there. On that note, we'll have you say toodles.